Hey everybody, welcome to an electric van man review. But this is one with a difference. This is one where we decarbonize the work that you do with your electric van or otherwise. This piece of equipment here and this piece of equipment here decarbonize the work that you can do, from many multiple tasks to heavy duty welding, all of that. But better still, I've been invited to Denmark with Clayton Power. So let's go and check it out live and in person. Hey Carl.
How are you doing, Paul? Welcome to Denmark.
Thanks for having me. What are we going to be doing for the next 3 days?
So we've got a good few days planned. Looking forward to introducing you to the leadership team, talk a little bit about the history of the company and the vision and where we see the future going for Clayton Power. Look forward to getting you out to the production site so you can see where the product is manufactured, meet some of my colleagues out there, see the passion that they have for the product, and finally going to get you in front of the customer, see the product out there working in action and seeing the difference that it's having for these people.
This is going to be fantastic. Seeing the customers, seeing the product and hearing from the leadership team. Let's go.
Let's go.
So here we are in a working site. You can see everything going on around us, and this is where the EGEN equipment from Clayton Power really comes into its own. We've got a great scenario here. The vehicle over here has the EGEN equipment on, and the vehicle in front of me has the equipment that it is replacing. You can see this is some serious work going on, and these guys are working hard in really difficult environments. What difference can the EGEN make? So I managed to catch Carl, and we're here right in the heart of a building site. Well, it's not a building site, it's roadside work, 6 weeks of roadside work, bending the district heating.
Yeah, that's right. They're installing a new run of district heating piping, which will essentially carry hot water to domestic properties for their heating.
This van at the back here, it's got some equipment in that you've provided. What is that equipment?
So that's the new EGEN, which is a three-phase power system. So we'll give them power to carry out the welding for the pipes. So they do small sections of pipework runs, and each one requires some welding to be done to join them to the next phase.
And what is typically used to do this up until today?
Rather be using generators.
So petrol, diesel operated generators in the back of the van?
In the back of the van, and they'd be on pretty much all day.
Let's go and check out the silent one and compare it to the other one. We're now beside this van, and Carl, there's a box here. It doesn't sound like there's a lot going on. Tell me, what is in here?
So this is the first version of the EGEN. So when we decided we were going to develop a three-phase system, of course we were looking for companies to work with, to help us get the unit out there working, get a lot of feedback in terms of what is required from a system like this. This is the first version of it that's been out working for over a year now, being really put through its paces, and the feedback and the data that we've been able to pull from this system has of course led to the Gen 3 EGEN, which is the one we've seen this week.
So forgive the background noise, but this is what normal looks like. An operative can be working right here, and we already heard about the World Health Organization recommendation about working in this kind of environment. This is noisy, and this is smelly. You smell it straight away. Now, this is what is fit for purpose today. But when we come with new technology, companies are beginning to adopt it and look for an alternative, because speaking to people that are using this equipment, you're realizing that they're going home, they're banging heads, they're working within close proximity to all of this. But not only that, the neighborhood is also experiencing the noise and the fumes, and we are only a matter of yards from people's houses. So Carl, how much energy is in this vehicle? Enough to do a day's work?
Yeah. So when we first start the trials with these guys, we have data modems installed in the systems, and they track the usage of the equipment. So we know from the start of the day to the end of the day how much power they need to be able to complete a full day's work without running out of energy, and then we spec the system to be able to handle that.
Fantastic. So that makes a lot of sense, and I hadn't realised that you get all the data out, and can you present that back to the customers?
Yeah, and we can present it back in a way that illustrates the amount that they're saving from no longer running a diesel generator. So how much fuel are they saving? Therefore, how much CO2 are they reducing? And then what does that look like on a day, on a year, 5 years?
Fantastic. And I suppose the important question is, how are you getting energy back into that? And, you know, because obviously there is enough energy there, but how do they recharge it?
So there's 3 different ways of recharging the system. So via the vehicle's alternator. So when you're driving to and from site, the energy will come back into the unit that way. Or in an EV, when you've got it plugged in on hookup, recharging the traction battery, it'll trickle back and feed the system too. You can recharge it from solar. This vehicle's got 400 watts of solar on the roof. So that's, I mean, as we're studying talking, that's adding energy back into the system now, and that's totally free, sustainable energy. And the third way to recharge the unit is via 230 volts hookup. So when they go back to site or when they go home, they can plug the unit back into a 230 volt supply, make sure they've got more energy or a full battery for the start of the day.
I guess one of the questions that an operative might have, if they're plugging in at home, many of these vehicles go home, certainly in the UK, how are they going to understand how much energy has gone into the vehicle, and therefore get their money back from their employers?
That's all tracked through the internal energy meter that we have in the system, so we know exactly where the energy is coming from. We monitor what's coming in via solar, what's coming in via 230 volts, and what's coming in from the vehicle. So if an engineer or an operator is recharging at home, we can then give a report back to the fleet manager to say, this is how much energy that operator has contributed from his house, and we can reimburse.
So Yannick, I've experienced, the big genset versus the strong, silent Clayton EGEN Power. And I've seen it both physically here, but also in action. And what's clear as I've got to know the company is that you care passionately about the working environment, all of it. Why? Why do you care?
We care, and we have always cared about it. After have been supplying products to the automotive industry and equipped hundreds of thousands of vans with mobile power, and in the truck and the bus industry, we have always been a supplier down the road. And after bringing this product into the market, where we are replacing the generators for the users, we suddenly, I would not say we were surprised, but we got some quite personal, you can say, attention, because they were maybe having this equipment, the old generators on for 20 years, and suddenly from one day to the another, experience something which is not saying anything. And doing that by several companies now and by hundreds of users, then we can actually see that we are making a huge difference.
What was amazing was that we got to see exactly the difference this kind of equipment can make at the back of the van, but we also got to hear from the founder about why they care. It is a really powerful experience and every good reason to be considering this stuff for your next van.